Welcome back to All More Labs, guys, and today we're gonna show you this 1550 horsepower Shelby F150. We finished this truck not too long ago. Right now I'm just taking care of some final details on it, and I think you guys would love to see it. If you've never driven a high horsepower truck on like big tires, then you don't know. This thing, they torque steer pretty bad because they're not designed for that. Most 1500 horsepower four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive setups would be like a Audi or like a Lambo or something like that, where they have a, front to rear bias. This is 50-50 front to rear, 100%, just 50 front, 50 rear. So you're getting a lot of power to those front wheels. And on top of having a lot of power to those front wheels, they're fighting you back because they're 35s. So this truck right here, I'm gonna do a little job to it today. I just gotta replace the wheel speed sensor because the other one had a little mishap, and then she should be good to go. But let's get started on that before it gets too late. It's Sunday. I want to go home. We're closed today. We're closed tomorrow. My mechanics aren't here, so I got to do the job. And it shouldn't be too hard. It's a pretty easy job. Let me show you guys how to do it. This is the second time that the truck's been here for a build. The first time around, he came in for a built motor, a built transmission, a fuel system, and a 10-rib kit and an interchiller for his 2.9 Whipple supercharger. I told him since the beginning, I was like, man, we got to ditch that supercharger. We got to do something nice. I know you want to make some power. I know exactly how to do it. He's like, man, I like the way, he said, man, I like the way the supercharger sounds. I like the whine. I want it to sound like a Hellcat, this and that, whatever. I'm like, all right. Well, let's do 10 rib, let's do interchiller, let's do whatever. And it made okay power. Did not make enough power though. So we swapped all that for this, a very simple twin turbo kit. This is a Daylight Performance twin turbo kit, 6466 turbos. We have a Plasma Man intake manifold. What else? That's pretty much the biggest difference between the last build and this build. Same thing, still built motor, built transmission, big fuel system. But now we have turbos and an intake manifold versus the old setup, which was a 2.9 Whipple with a 10 rib kit. It did all right. It only made like 900 horsepower though. And this time we made 1550 horsepower. So we got to replace the wheel speed sensor on this bad boy. It's not a very complicated job, but we got to start by taking off this big old honking 35, 12.5, 20 tires, wheels. And then we're going to get into the rotor, take off the rotor, and the wheel speed sensor should come off pretty easily with a little Allen wrench, I believe, behind there. I've never done one before. I've just looked at them. But let's rip this wheel off and see what we got. So this is the wheel speed sensor right here. And as you can see, she's had better days. And it goes right here to the hub, behind the hub, where the wheel speed sensor ring is. So basically it's just like, this is kind of like a magnet type deal, and it just goes around and around and around. And that tells the computer how fast this wheel is moving. We disconnected in higher horsepower applications of faster vehicles just because the ABS tends to get pissed off whenever the truck's doing something that it thinks it shouldn't be doing. Okay. Now we got the caliper out of the way. Put it in a safe spot. You can hang it or you can put it in a safe spot. It fits right there fine. It shouldn't go anywhere. This guy should come right off. Should, right? Looks like she's a little stuck on there. Might need a little bit of convincing. And this is what I call a little convincing. We're gonna hit it right here in the middle though. We're not gonna hit it on the actual disc. Make sure you get a nice little. And she's still stuck on there pretty good. We might need to get a little bit of heat on this rotor. Let's run to O'Reilly's while we're there. Let's go get the wheel speed sensor and some heat, a little torch, because I'm all out of gas. See which one has the, let's turn my AC on, right? I was gonna take the big truck, but I figured let's take the beater. This is my 2001 740iL BMW.
Mein Schatz, ich will noch nicht gehen. Ich will noch ein bisschen tanzen.
This is my daily, you know. And it's a great car to have, really. I think this car, like stock, brand new, made like 280 wheel horsepower, probably crank horsepower, but it's advertised 280 horsepower, which is nothing, especially for a heavy V8 car. Late 90s, early 2000s cars that are clean and good condition. I love those kind of cars. So this car right here fits the bill very well. So decently well taken care of. Again, I got it for $3,000. And how did I get it so in such nice condition for $3,000? Because it has 250,000 miles. And I know that should scare most people, and it probably should scare most people. It doesn't really scare me. I'm not too worried about it. I got the capability to fix anything that goes wrong with it. For example, the transmission already went out. It's all right. It had a 250,000 mile transmission. I found a low mile transmission, plopped it in there, and we're on our way. Next thing's probably going to be the motor at some point in time, and I'm planning on doing an M5 motor whenever I do that. So whenever this motor goes, I'll probably put the M5, the E39 M5 motor in it, which is a S62, I think. Basically, it's the same motor, but you know, more displacement, higher revving, bigger cams, more displacement, bigger cams, higher compression. So that one makes 400 horsepower. So it'd be a pretty big jump over this motor. And whenever I do that, I plan on doing like an 8 HP swap. So I plan on doing the motor out of the E39 M5 with the 8 HP auto transmission and, you know, the controller for that. And I'm pretty sure in the BMW world, everyone would be mad at me for not putting a manual in here like I see a lot of people do. Most people that do that swap, they do like a manual transmission. I don't want this car to be manual. I just want to get in it and drive comfortably. We got the goods. That'll get that rotor off. And then our wheel speed sensor. So I just got this little O'Reilly's one for now because Ford is closed. And again, the customer is picking up the truck earlier than we anticipated. This should be fine. If not, then we're gonna have to figure it out later and we're gonna have to put a Ford part on it. No problem though. So this is a pretty easy install. This is the wheel speed sensor. Pretty simple little deal. If I ever tell you in an email, or if you ever want to go out racing your truck and you have an F-150, or you want to go out and really like just do some dumb shit, like some Neanderthal shit that we all love to do so much, like donuts, or you know, you want to slide the truck around, this is what you need to disconnect. This is what you need to disconnect. When you disconnect this, there's no roll stability, there's no stability control, there's no ABS, there's no traction control, there's no nothing. The truck is like a 1999 Dodge Viper. It's you and the throttle, and the throttle's gonna listen to whatever you tell it to do. So if you're gonna go out partying with your truck, this is what you need to disconnect. Should be pretty hot now. Grab our nice condenser, give her another little smack. There it is. Rotor's not super hot, so it moved. She is still on there pretty good. There it is, nice and loose now. There she is. Take off the lug nuts. It's gonna be hot, so be careful. Here is where the wheel speed sensor comes off. This is a little Allen wrench, goes right there. Pop it off, and that's it. So you get your little Allen wrench, break it loose a little bit first, and then put this somewhere where you won't lose it. And you just pull this bad boy out. And truth be told, we're probably gonna take this dust shield off. So there's our old sensor, and there's nothing wrong with it really. It's just that this side is fucked up. So before we put on this new wheel speed sensor, we're gonna take this dust cover off because it's in the way. A little 8mm. This is the first time I ever do a wheel speed sensor on one of these trucks. I've never had one actually go bad. So as I'm doing it, I'm learning as I go. But it's a relatively easy job and it's pretty straightforward. So we got our new wheel speed sensor right here. A little bit of grease on it. Stuff it in the hole. And let me show you this. This is on the actual Allen socket. Go ahead and start it by hand with one hand. So can I do it with one hand? Probably. Start with one hand here. Oh, that's crooked. Come on, buddy. Think I'm playing with you? You want to see the torch? Nah, see, you just had to threaten him a little bit. Start with one hand and then give it a little snugging, you know what I'm saying? I ain't crazy. That should be enough like that. I really don't think you guys need to see the rest of this. It's just as easy as it was taking it off. Actually easier because we don't have to fight that rotor like we did taking it off. So I'm gonna throw this back together and then I say we start it and go for a drive. All right, guys, now that we're done with this wheel speed sensor, let's take this truck for a drive, man. Let's take it for a drive. This truck is fun. It drives great. I mean, it sounds amazing. Here it is next to my truck. These are two over 1,000 horsepower trucks on big tires lifted. Not too many people do that, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool, no matter who you are. I mean, they look great together too, man. Like, there's the 1,500 horsepower Shelby, and then there's my Raptor swap truck, only about 1,000 horsepower because it's stock motor. So let's take this thing for a rip. All right, so the only thing this truck's really missing, in my opinion, are some Raptor paddles. Some Raptor paddles, and it'll be cherry on top. But other than that, this truck is a blast. It's a blast to drive, really. So let's go ahead and let's hit the freeway. Now again, today I don't plan on doing any wide open throttle pulls on anything more than, 7 PSI. Just because it's not my truck. The customer plans on taking a nice long trip to Tennessee with it. He's gonna go 800 miles with this truck tomorrow. So we're not gonna break it for him right now, okay? We already did a couple pulls at 1200, and I'll show you guys some of those clips. And the thing's wild. It's wild. It's insane. And it sounds insane. Hopefully you guys can hear this turbos from inside. But there's just nothing that compares to that, dude. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. We should be good to go now to do some wide open throttle pulls. Drive the truck a little more aggressively, get some more heat in the exhaust, Wake the thing up. Let these turbos know what they're here for. Let them know that they're not here just to make pretty sounds, that they're here to make boost and to make horsepower. So let's go ahead and hit the freeway. Our ABS repair worked, so it looks like this O'Reilly's ABS sensor, wheel speed sensor was good enough. We replaced it, drove a little bit, turned the truck off, turned it on, and all my ABS lights are gone. That's a good sign that the sensor's working fine. You're not even racing, you're just driving a little aggressively. Oh yeah. The truck is so light on its feet, even though it weighs 6,500 pounds. And that's just a little part throttle, like getting up to speed type thing. I say we give it a little bit of wide open throttle, really getting up to speed type thing. Go ahead and do a little second gear rip, 7 PSI. Should we brake boost? I say we brake boost. Oh yeah. Big truck that's fast. 1,200 horsepower again. I'm not gonna step on it. I'm not gonna do it. I'll just leave it like that. convince me otherwise. You can't convince me otherwise. Turbos are the way to go when it comes to boost. For most people, turbos are the way to go. You've been sold a lie to think that superchargers are better or more reliable or whatever. A good turbo kit installed right, extremely reliable, extremely dailyable. Oh man. And for a big truck like this to feel so light, amazing. Obviously, it doesn't feel light turning. This isn't like a go to the canyons type of truck. This is you're driving through Houston type of truck. Turbos are it, man. Even on a truck like this, the torque is there. The part throttle torque is 100% there. Like right there, I'm part throttle. I'm making 3-4 pounds of boost. Just properly sized turbos go a long way. On these 64, 66s, awesome. They spool up quick as hell, and they make a ton of top end power. Like I said, the only thing this truck's missing some paddle shifters. Thing too, I want to get some better turbos for my big truck because I want to hear them things, dude. The on-3 turbos, they don't make any sound. Like they work fine, and they just don't make any sound. I'm gonna replace them sometime. This is why I'm rolling through a parking lot and just hear this thing. It sounds like a jet. Look, right there, it made 5 pounds of boost. Part throttle. It's great. Even at a lower RPM, let's say we're at like 2,500. It's already making 2 pounds of boost. At part throttle. It's a great setup. Like I said, a lot of you guys are sold a lie and you kind of believe it. And it makes sense because turbos, it's definitely more involved install process. 100%. It's definitely a lot more involved with the install process. And that scares people and it makes them think that, that it's more complicated. It's actually quite a bit more simple if you really think about it. And there's a reason just about every factory boosted car nowadays is turbo. Because it's just it works. It works so well. And it sounds so much better. I don't care, dude. Turbos sound better. Turbos sound better to me than superchargers. And that ain't even close, in my opinion. To me. So there it is, the 1,500 horsepower Shelby truck. It's always great whenever a customer trusts you and they let you build the truck how you know it should be built. And you come out with something amazing just like this truck is right here. Turbos are the way to go. I've said it a million times and I'll say it a million times again. Everything's getting turbos in this shop, dude. There's a budget build. We got some new meats for it. Just waiting for a nice cool day to go run a 10-second all motor pass and we're gonna turbo it. That truck, FFRE motor, twin turbo. Obviously my truck. And if you guys don't follow on Instagram, we had a little issue at the track. This is a great drive shaft, by the way. I'm not by any means talking down on this drive shaft maker's drive shaft. They're sending me a new one that should stand up to a little more power. This one actually is rated for 1,500 horsepower, but I don't think anybody's actually attempted what I'm trying to do with this truck, two-wheel drive with a 10R80, 100%. I really don't think anyone's attempted it. So with the 10R80, we have a little bit different power delivery than the TH400 two-wheel drive. So we had this issue here, right? So we're getting some billet ends, some Sonex billet ends, and we should be able to keep on partying with it. So S650 here is getting a wet sand by my boy Edwin from Taze Detailing. He's the only one that's washed my cars in the past 5 years, and there's a reason for that. So I think he's still got like 2 more steps past this. But basically the car had a ton of orange peel factory. I guess if you're not me, you're probably fine with it. But look what he did here. So we're doing a wet sand here. It's basically smoothing out the paint, getting rid of the orange peel, and then buffing it off again, and then going ahead and coating it. So he's doing an amazing job. Look at that. Like I say, he's got a couple more steps. I'm gonna get rid of some of those, is that haziness there. But look at those lights. So that's what we're doing on the S650 right now. That car is getting turbo too, 100%. So I hope you guys liked the video. I gotta make some more videos. It's kind of hard, man. It's always hard to make videos when you're running a business, when you're doing this kind of thing. I hardly even wrench anymore, really, just because I gotta be on the emails with you guys all day long during work hours. So it's Sunday, we're closed today, so I had a chance to do this job, and my guys are off today. I want them to have the rest day, so I'm not gonna force them to come in and do something small like this. I'll knock it out real quick so that this truck's ready to go for the customer tomorrow. Yeah, so I don't really have time to wrench as much as I used to, because I got a ton of customers to attend to on through the tuning process, emailing. So we got 2 full-time mechanics now. That's how we're able to knock out builds like this guy right here, like that truck. I'm able to knock out builds like the budget build. We got a fuel system going on over there. We got, I mean, the shop's rolling pretty well right now, and I like it. But I do need to make some time to come in and keep my hands dirty. My personal projects mostly is just small stuff that I know I have time to do on the weekend. That's that doesn't have like a time limit, like my Mustang here. This thing, I really need to spend some more time on it and actually work on it. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty damn close. I just need to bleed the brakes, the clutch, and wire the fan, and she should be ready to go. Hopefully you guys like the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. This build is badass, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful build. I really love it a lot, and I think the customer loves it, and hopefully he has a lot of fun with it. We'll see you guys next time.